EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight it's on to Week 12, and we've got a great Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Houston Texans. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here we go. 118.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Buffalo defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sack.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Take down his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first look or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So, Charles, this defense, I definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And we have an injury on the play, and it looks like the running back, James Cook, is the one who's down. Slot man moves right. Allen now looks to throw. Completes it to Coleman. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Stroud working out of the gun. He's got this one to Hutchinson. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Stroud off the play fake. There's a short throw taken in by Bryant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Texans, it's 7-3 now on the year, and they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
42-yard line.
Play action. Stroud now. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Stroud to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
For the Texans.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday. Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way up to the 49. A big play here for Buffalo, 42 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
42 yards on the play. First down.
From the gun, it's Allen. Completes to Shakir once again. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. Give them 11 yards and time and a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 7. Now Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and goal.
Moore, the man in motion. Here's Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Moore, the man in motion. Cook. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Darren Stingley getting home on the corner blitz.
It's 4th down and goal.
Prater's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
Ow, beside. 18. South.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Stroud. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's free at the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Takedown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As his guys are able to extend their lead. It was 3rd and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, Didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Has his man, it's Shakir. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. Brings up 7 at the 31-yard line. Getting the ball is Cook, run left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And the Bills 1st down. Throwing now is Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
It's caught by Coleman. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
At the 8-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Moore, the man in motion. To the air, Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now Allen. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Prater's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Oh, able to avoid him. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air. And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Allen going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Elijah Moore, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills have come back to make it a 2-point game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
Well, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He couldn't get the edge there. Wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Texans first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mother swap. 2J.
Stroud looking to throw. This goes out wide from Mixon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A 6-yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Running left, it's Mixon. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
To the right side and caught by Dell. And down to the 20 he'll go before
get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
18, what's up?
And Stroud now to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Maxwell Hairston. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Back now in Houston, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Stroud. He's got Higgins over the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mixon with a first down carry. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here. That pickup ensures the drive continues.
Not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines. And this one.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied, fourth quarter as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. Nifty move. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll take this to the 46.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6 coming up. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
And it's 3rd down.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Allen. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down, because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you can punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. To throw is Allen. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's 1st down. They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
48-yard line.
Tony. Why Tony?
Now Stroud. That's complete to Hutchinson.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts.
A gain of 2.
And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
All right.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts
It's 3rd
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9. Again, it's Mixon. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Texans are going to win the football game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were spurred on.